All right. Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. We love to take these deep dives.
Yeah.
And today's topic is something that is financial literacy.
Yes.
And I'm really excited to talk about this because, last time we were talking about making your money work for you.
Right.
And this is kind of a continuation of that.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't understand the fundamentals of personal finance, you can't really make your money work for you.
Totally.
You're kind of, you're flying blind.
Yeah, you're just at the whim of the markets and, whatever advisor or financial guru is telling you what to do.
Exactly.
We're not making your own informed decision.
Right. And a lot of you have told us that you're interested in achieving financial freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we want to try to do with this episode is help equip you with the knowledge and the resources to start down that path.
Yeah, definitely.
And so we found a really great source that breaks this down in a very practical way.
Awesome.
It's a lesson called Why Teach Financial Literacy?
Hmm.
And I think that's a question we should all be asking ourselves.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Why is it important? Why is financial literacy so important?
Yeah. And what's so fascinating about this lesson is that it really goes beyond the basics.
Yeah.
It digs into why understanding money is so crucial, not just for earning more, but for building real wealth and security.
Right. It's not just about, being rich.
Right.
It's about having that financial stability
security.
and peace of mind that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I get that financial literacy is important, but to be honest, sometimes it feels like everybody throws that term around without really explaining what it means.
Yeah.
What exactly does this source say we need to know?
Okay, well, that's a great point.
Yeah.
And this lesson actually breaks it down into a few key areas. And these are things like budgeting, debt management, and investing.
Okay.
So knowing how much you earn and spend, that's like laying the foundation.
Yeah.
Then it's about understanding how to make debt work for you, not against you.
Okay.
And finally, it's about growing your money through smart investments.
So it's like a three-legged stool.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to have all three of those things.
Exactly. You need all three of those legs to be strong in order for that stool to support you.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a great analogy. So I guess, one question I have is, does starting with small amounts, like, even $50 a month, does that really make a difference in the long run?
Oh, absolutely. And this is something that the lesson really stresses is that starting early and being consistent, even with small amounts, can make a huge difference over time. Just imagine you invest just $50 a month starting at age 25.
Okay.
By the time you're 40, that small amount could grow to over $15,000 just from the magic of compounding. Yeah, and that's because the earnings on your investments start earning their own earnings.
So it's like a snowball effect.
Exactly. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill.
Yeah.
It starts small, but as it picks up more snow, it just gets bigger and bigger.
And it keeps growing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the earlier you start, the more time that snowball has to grow.
That makes a lot of sense. One thing that really struck me in this lesson was the discussion about the cycle of poverty. I've heard that term before, but this source explained it in a way that really clicked for me.
Yeah.
It's like without financial knowledge, it's easy to get trapped in this cycle of debt and bad decisions.
Totally.
And it can be really hard to break free from that.
Yeah, and it can be passed down from generation to generation. It becomes like this.
Yeah, it's like a generational curse almost.
Exactly.
But the good news is that the lesson also highlights how financial literacy can help break that cycle.
Yes, absolutely.
It's about empowering people to take control of their money.
Right, giving them the tools and the knowledge to make informed decisions about their finances.
Exactly, and to break free from that cycle of debt and poverty. Another thing I found really inspiring about this lesson was that it didn't just talk about the problems. It also showcased some real-world examples of people who turned their finances around through education.
Exactly.
These weren't people who won the lottery or, inherited a bunch of money.
Right.
These were just ordinary people.
Everyday people.
Who learned how to budget, manage their debt, and invest.
And they transform their lives.
Yeah, and they achieve financial freedom.
Exactly.
I'm really curious to hear more about those stories.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll have to leave that for the listeners to discover.
Right. You have to check out the source material.
Yeah, for themselves. Yeah. One final thing that stood out to me was that the lesson emphasized the importance of financial literacy across different life stages.
Absolutely. That's key.
Yeah.
Because our financial needs and the strategies we need to use,
Right.
they change as we move through life.
Exactly like when you're starting your career,
Mm-hmm.
your focus might be on building an emergency fund
Right.
and paying down high-interest debt.
Exactly.
But as you progress, you might shift your focus to maximizing retirement contributions.
Yes.
And diversifying your investments.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's about adapting your financial knowledge to your specific situation.
Exactly. And this is something that the lesson really stresses, is that financial literacy is a lifelong journey. It's
Right.
not something that you just learn once and you're done.
Right.
It's something that you need to continue to educate yourself about.
Yeah, you have to constantly be learning and adapting.
Exactly, as your life changes.
Yeah.
And as the financial landscape changes.
Yeah, because things are constantly changing.
Absolutely.
So to sum it up, this lesson really lays out a roadmap for anyone who wants to achieve financial freedom.
Right.
It's about understanding those basics, budgeting, debt investing,
Mm-hmm.
and then applying those principles to your specific life stage.
Yes, and don't forget those inspiring stories
Right.
are waiting for you in the source material.
Yeah, so definitely don't miss out. Go check out the source for yourself. You'll find those stories, specific advice for different life stages,
Mm-hmm.
and a ton of other valuable insights.
Definitely.
And just imagine if you had started investing even a little bit each month 5 years ago, where would you be financially today? That's something to think about, right?
Yeah, that's a great point.
All right, so next time,